Morning, Houston. So today we are here at the McGovern Centennial Park or Garden. It's right near the Herman Park, and towards the end of today, what I'm going to do is just show you around a little bit. There's a beautiful water feature here that I think you all will enjoy a lot. So today what I would like to talk about is authenticity and how important this is to our overall well-being, and how important being authentic is to our mental health. So bear with me as we talk about this a little bit. As usual, I hope that you will like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and you can do that down in the bottom corner. So let's get into this. So there are so many different barriers that can get in the way of us and our own being and our own authentic self. There's some of these things could be even family, and maybe even it could be our friends, or it could even be some relationships that we're in right now. It may even just be societal norms and what is the norm as well. And so there are a lot of challenges and a lot of barriers out there, and a lot of times we're not even able to explore this for ourselves because of so many barriers and so many things that we might have to break through at some point in our lives. And so with that being said, I'm kind of want to talk to you a little bit about what client-centered therapy is all about and where that came from. And it started with a man named Carl Rogers. And so often when we were talking about psychology, and when we're talking about what counseling looks like, so many people think that we're doing psychoanalysis. And it's often, people imagine there's a person sitting on a couch laying down while somebody else is scribing down notes as you are talking. And client-centered therapy allows for the person to have really an authentic relationship with the client and with the clinician as well. And so authenticity is so important within that relationship, because what it is entailing is honesty and trust that is built between you and the physician. And so this is a key value to my own personal counseling, but it also can be a value that you use in your own and everyday life, and allow you to reflect on your values, your characteristics, your morals, your motives, your character, all those things. And so what I would like to do today is kind of, let's discover a little bit more about what authenticity means. So like I said, Carl Rogers was this thinker as well as theorist around psychology. And at the time, psychoanalysis was kind of the only thing that existed. And he knew that there was this missing link of the human connectivity and the self-actualization of oneself, and being able to explore one's potential. And what potential means is like I was just saying, your emotions, your values, your character, your motives, those build up your personality, your characteristics. And so it's very important for us to, at times, reflect on what that is for us, and to explore that for ourselves. And that is one of the things that I think is key to what I'm going to tell you today. So we're going to talk about 4 different steps, and one is to explore and understand ourselves and our own potential and who we are. Sometimes that might need a little bit of help. That might need a little bit of guidance. Maybe it's going and talking to a friend. Maybe it is talking to a family member. Maybe it's finding somebody that you believe and think that you can have an honest and truthful conversation with. Now, if you feel like that is something that you don't have, that's where counseling might just be of help to you. So I would encourage you to go find that out for yourself. After we explore this for ourselves, then there's a process of accepting it for ourselves. Because even though we may not have known what it was, we finally know, we have explored it, we come to an understanding of it, then we are able to actually accept it and take it into our mind and into our heart as well, and believe what this is for us. And it's different for everyone, and I think that was one of the key parts to Carl Rogers' understanding of personality, is that we are all unique individuals. Not one of us are the same. And even though we think that there's a certain way to do everything, or a certain way, or norms in the world, there are definitely different ways of looking at life and looking at the way that we approach it. And sometimes we just need the support around us to be able to have that. So once again, that can be a hard thing to do, is really accept ourselves and accept our personality and our characteristics. Now the next thing that you would do is you take action on it. So if you know yourself and you've accepted who you are, there might be some action that you need to take in order to create that meaning and purpose in your life. Meaning and purpose is so important to living the authentic life. So for example, for me, I was a teacher for a long time, and then I got into counseling, and I was counseling in schools for a long time. And I was putting a little bit of my skills to action, being a counselor there. But at the same time, there was a little bit missing, that I didn't feel like I was putting everything in my complete authentic self out there for the world to understand, and for my clients or my students to interact with me. And so I made a change. I became a professional counselor, a licensed professional counselor. And for me, that change has made all the difference for myself. It's given me more meaning. It's given me more purpose. Okay? The final thing is to kind of, after you've made that action, taken that action and done some meaning with it and made some purpose for yourself, is to reflect on that and take some time for yourself to appreciate the things that you have. And this is where we could get into the gratitude part that I've talked about in other videos as well. And really reflect on the meaning and the purpose behind all of that, and what you're doing. And that may even bring you back to a new actualization, or accepting something new that is authentic about you. Alright, so let me go ahead and take you around this park a little bit. We're gonna just take a little walk, take a little stroll. What's great about this park is there's lots of different places for you to walk around, to explore. The gardens and everything in it is just so beautiful. They also have a community garden that you can come and you can actually volunteer at, and you can do your own gardening and participate in the community that way as well. What I also like is just the water. They also have a rose garden that I came to the other day, and yes, I literally came out and I enjoyed smelling the roses. So it was just a really fun day to do that. I actually came out here with family and explored this place with my family. So we're coming around this feature behind me, which what it is, it's a spiral. And if you've watched one of my other videos where we go to the Glassell School, this could also be a great place to do that reflection of looking back at our past and thinking into the future, and thinking of it as a spiral upward look at the world as well, and look at our life. And so here's what is the most beautiful part in the water feature that I was talking to you. It's just a peaceful place to be. Listen to the water, enjoy the outdoors, and just be in a place to reflect. So this could be a starting point for you in your exploration of being your most authentic self. So what I want to remind you of is those 4 steps that we talked about today, is to explore who you are, accept who you are as well, and then take some action, put some meaning into it as well. And lastly, reflect on that one more time, okay? I hope you all have taken a little bit from this video today, and I hope you have a great day. And let me just give you one last view. So if you look out this side of the gardens, there's some other waterfalls down at the other side as well. And the gardens are just really beautiful over here. So I encourage you to come out here and enjoy the sights. I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.